LSU quarterback Jayden Daniels is quickly rising up a lot of draft boards, and the question becomes, could he be a realistic target for the Denver Broncos in the 2024 draft? The Broncos currently have the 12th overall pick. I think Jayden Daniels is going to be drafted well ahead of 12, so the question is going to become, is Jayden Daniels worth trading up for this year? I've evaluated Jayden Daniels and Michael Penix so far, and Daniels is going to take a lot to have some other quarterback trump him in terms of being my top quarterback. I am smitten over Jayden Daniels. What he can become at the NFL level could be something on the level of Josh Allen. I really feel that he could be that kind of special player. Or Lamar Jackson. That's the kind of athleticism that Jayden Daniels brings to the table. We're going to go ahead and evaluate the film here in this video and answer that question. Is Jayden Daniels worth trading up for in the 2024 NFL draft if you are George Paton and the Denver Broncos, and Sean Payton as well? So without further ado, guys, let's just go ahead and get into the film. This play is a really fun one to start off with here, and it's going to be one where Jayden Daniels recognizes what coverage he gets and is able to decipher what he needs to do to beat said coverage. So it's going to be quarters right here for Florida State. So these four guys all sinking back to cover the deep force of the field. They are responsible for matching any vertical routes. Those are the basic principles of quarters coverage. And then these three guys going to be hanging out underneath to cover these three zones underneath right here. And then this guy is going to kind of fake as if he's going to drop into coverage and then ultimately fire off the edge. He's going to get chipped right here by the tight end. And then obviously just a four-man rush right there across the board. What's going to be the play that's going to beat this coverage right here that I absolutely love, just the play design on this one. You've got number one, who's going to go in motion to the right side, and then it's going to be play action right here, and the running back's just going to leak out of the left B gap and head vertically up the field. And it's going to put the underneath zone defenders right here in a bind. We'll go ahead and roll it, as you guys can see. You got your play action right here. And number four is kind of stuck in no man's land because he's got to account for the tight end right here on this route. But he has no clue that the running back is leaking out of the backfield. You'll see that number one, the wide receiver, is just heading into the flat right here, and he's occupying this defender right here. He would normally be playing this deep fourth, but again, he has to match. Those are basic principles of quarters coverage. So it really puts Florida State's defense in a bind. You'll see right here, Daniels gives a little look off to the safety and then whips his eyes back to the left-hand side and boom. I absolutely love that. It's wide open, but it's a great job by Daniels, again, manipulating the defense, looking off this guy right here, getting him completely lost, and then whipping it right back here to, I believe that's a rail route. I absolutely love it. It's pinpoint accuracy, knowing what coverage he has. They dial up a play to beat quarters, and Jayden Daniels executes it perfectly. So this is a great example right here of Jayden Daniels operating and playing well within structure, which is going to be one of the biggest things about him coming out of the draft that people are going to evaluate, is how well he can play and operate, knowing what coverage he has. And when you get a play dialed up to beat said coverage, you can execute it well. This is a great example of it right here from Jayden Daniels. Perfect. This one right here is going to be an RPO from Jayden Daniels. And by the way, I just wanted to shout out NFL Fan Zone for this All-22. I don't know who you had to kill to get this, but good on you for being able to get College All-22. I have not been able to find it, but shout out to you. Anyway, so Jayden Daniels has a couple of different options on this play. He can throw the screen, little swing screen right here to his running back if he's got the numbers to do so, or QB draw up the middle. It's whatever look the defense gives you. I actually think Jayden Daniels has the numbers here to throw the screen if he wants to, but he ultimately decides that he's got the space to adequately run this QB draw. Again, I think he's got a hat on a hat outside. He could throw this screen if he wants to, but look at this special athleticism when he does decide to take off. He sees the hole, hits it, and I'm not going to lie, man. I'll go ahead and play it in real speed. That is Lamar Jackson stuff right there. It really is. Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, that is special, elite athleticism from Jayden Daniels, and that is what you are drafting him for, is that athleticism, and he can utilize this at the NFL level to really help compensate for some processing issues that he may have coming into the next level, as any young rookie would. Having that athleticism as sort of a crutch would be a really, really ideal situation. I know that as a Denver Broncos fan, I am really clamoring the Denver Broncos to draft Jayden Daniels, and the reason being, even though Sean Payton is looking for a quarterback that operates well in structure, Jayden Daniels thrives in chaos and is able to thrive utilizing his athleticism, whereas Russell Wilson, in Sean Payton's eyes, was utilizing his athleticism to the team's detriment. Jayden Daniels can utilize it, like on this play right here, to the team's advantage. So, again, man, this is elite special athleticism, and this combined with his arm talent is what you are drafting Jayden Daniels for, and why he, in my opinion, has one of the highest ceilings in this QB class outside of maybe Caleb Williams. I absolutely am smitten over Jayden Daniels because of this athleticism. This is special, special stuff right here, everyone. I can't even begin to stress how elite this is. This is a good job right here from Jayden Daniels of reading the leverage of the defense. So it's going to be man coverage across the board for FSU. He's just got an outbreaking route, a little intermediate outbreaking route. You can see right here that this DB has leverage on the inside shoulder of number 2, the wide receiver right here. So this is a good advantage for LSU to throw this outbreaking route. And Jayden Daniels reads it pre-snap, knows that he's got him. Again, just kind of stares him down a little bit. I'd maybe like him to look off that single high safety a little bit. Actually, he kind of does. You can see him subtly move the safety a little with his eyes, and then rip this outbreaker. It's not like the safety's going to get over there either way, but still, love it. It's pinpoint accuracy, a throw with anticipation, with a collapsing pocket around him. Hit the bottom of your drop, just let it rip. That is an elite NFL level throw right there. It really is. That is exactly the kind of throws that you would like to see Jayden Daniels make on a consistent basis in structure, and he makes it really, really well right here. I love it. And then, for good measure, receiver's going to break some tackles and get down to the 1-yard line. That's fantastic. This one's just going to be another fun one that shows his athleticism off, man. Love this. Could probably throw it in the flat right there into number 2 if he wants to, but he decides not to and keeps himself and just shows the wheels off, man. Again, you're drafting Jayden Daniels because you're banking on this really elite athleticism. Look at this. I'll play it at real speed. Tell me that is not Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Kyler Murray level of athleticism and acceleration right there. I mean, dude, this is seriously special. Not many human beings can accelerate like Jayden Daniels can. Even though, again, maybe he could have thrown it into the flat right there, just dumped it off to number 2. Would have gotten a pretty nice gain either way, but man, that is nuts. I mean, another one, man. Dude. Just QB draw up the middle, and my God. I really don't know what to say here about this. Like, bro. That's special. One thing is for sure, you can definitely use Jayden Daniels in the designed QB run game. It'll give you a numbers advantage in the run game. You design an offense surrounded around what Jayden Daniels can do with his speed. It's all over. It's all over, bro. Seriously. Another good example here of Jayden Daniels playing in structure, off coverage with Malik Neighbors. Just going to run a little stop route with him. Nothing fancy, but again, basic NFL stuff right here that Jayden Daniels is going to have to execute on almost a down in and down out basis if he's going to want to thrive at the NFL level. And he's throwing this from the far hash at the college level. This is not an easy throw, and he throws it with perfect timing and pinpoint accuracy. This gives you a crap ton of promise if you think Jayden Daniels is going to be able to operate in a structured offense. Again, perfect footwork, hits the bottom of his drop, winds up, and that's a perfect throw. That's not an easy throw to make, man. You're throwing that from the far hash in college where you have wider hashes. That is a showcase of his processing and his arm talent and his chemistry with Malik Neighbors, who's going to be a top 10 pick in his own right. He's a special elite talent just on his own. But Jayden Daniels and Malik Neighbors, if some teams somehow could find a way to pair them up in the NFL, dude, that would be insane. So we do have an interception here. I got to show it, but it's not even Jayden Daniels' fault, quite frankly. Malik Neighbors slips on his route. Jayden Daniels was throwing, it looked like a stop route, and again, Neighbors slips. Easy interception right there for Florida State. Not his fault, but that's one that's going to go under Jayden Daniels' stat line as an interception. That's why you have to look beyond the stats and watch the film, because you watch the film, you can very clearly see that's just a bad luck play right there. Your receiver falls down. There's not really anything you can do about that. Jayden Daniels made the correct read and the correct decision right there, but it was just a bad luck play. Those kind of plays happen, but it goes down as an interception. We've got to show it. I love this throw from Daniels. This is going to be sick. Over route right here from Malik Neighbors, and Daniels is going to layer this throw over this linebacker. I mean, it's going to be absolutely insane. Jayden Daniels can make some special throws, man. Look at this. He lobs that joint above the linebacker's head. Linebacker gets completely lost on that one and gives Neighbors some green grass to work with in front of him, and he picks up a first down and more. Like, dude. Just being able to lob that thing. That is sweet. So with this one here, this is the last one I got for you. Anytime you've got Malik Neighbors with press coverage, you're going to take that shot. You'll see right here that this DB is trying to, I guess, rotate to cover the deep half zone. He is in completely poor position. This guy's not going to catch Neighbors, and Daniels with a perfectly layered throw just in between those two defenders where nobody can get him, man. That is a really great throw, and then Malik Neighbors does Malik Neighbors things and takes it to the house. So, should the Denver Broncos trade up for Jayden Daniels? I absolutely think that they should. The fact that he could operate with his athleticism and use it to his advantage in this Sean Payton offense while he has time to master the quick game, the pre-snap processing at the line of scrimmage, and all that stuff, that's the nuanced stuff that is with Sean Payton's offense. I absolutely think that Jayden Daniels could buy himself time and fit really well in this Payton offense. And like I explained, I really think that Payton would have a lot of patience for a guy like Jayden Daniels, whose athleticism is one of his best attributes, whereas unfortunately with Russell Wilson in the later years of his career, his athleticism at times would put the team at a detriment and a disadvantage. Jayden Daniels would not do that, and he certainly has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this year's draft. And if there's somebody that could get the most out of that quarterback, it's Sean Payton. The reason why I say Jayden Daniels has a little bit higher of a ceiling than Caleb Williams is just because I think his athleticism is that much more special than Caleb's is. That's not a knock on Caleb at all. That's all praise on Jayden Daniels. In terms of being able to realistically trade up for Jayden Daniels, I think the Broncos are going to have to get into the top 5 of the NFL draft, and in order to move up that high, they may have to get another second-round pick. In order to get another second-round pick, I do think Justin Simmons might have to be an expendable piece here. Maybe Cortland Sutton, if they can get a second-round pick for him. That might be a tough sacrifice the Broncos have to make, but if you're willing to make that sacrifice to trade up to get Jayden Daniels, Daniels, then I personally think it would be worth it, but that's just me. I'm curious, Broncos country, if you were George Paton and Sean Payton, would you move up to get Jayden Daniels after watching this film? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, Broncos country. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more NFL fans just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.